Hey, book besties. Welcome to More Than the Book Club podcast. I'm your host, Leyna.
And I'm your other host, LJ. And today we are doing something so fun that we got this idea from, I got from Gemini. And it's essentially the e-reader versus physical versus audio comedy hour, except we're not talking for an hour.
So we didn't have an episode last week. I had the COVID and lost my voice, sore throat, all that jazz. So we just were like, we're just going to roll with it. And we are rolling with it today, too.
Yes.
Because it's just been a week and there's storms outside right now. And
Yep.
if I have to say, it's the perfect day for laying on the couch and reading.
1000%. Yes.
We
I
don't
agree.
often get those kind of days. So it is
Mhm.
a day where I'm like, this would be the perfect day.
It's true
So that's
because
what I'm going to be doing after we're done with this.
I will be finishing watching the terrifying movie that I'm watching because, as we've talked about in books and in movies, I do not like supernatural, but there are some movies that if I watched them when I was like growing up, that I'm like, okay, then
You can do
there's
it.
some
Yeah.
nostalgia, but it still freaks me out. And this one is The Changeling from 1980. And for whatever reason, I decided I wanted to watch it last night, made it like 10 minutes, and then was like, you can't do this in the dark, you idiot. And I barely been able I still have, like, 30 minutes left, and it's not that long of a movie because 'cause I'll watch a few minutes, and I'm like, "Okay, pause. You gotta do
Go do
something not so
something else.
scary."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna finish that, and then I fully intend to read, so yay.
So are you reading a physical book right now, an ebook, an
I'm
audiobook?
reading an ebook. I'm reading which did you start it or finish? You have the physical copy, Murder at World's End. That's what I'm reading
I
right
have the
now.
physical copy. I have not started it yet.
Okay, yeah, because you just finished Well of Ascension.
Yes. And
Yes,
that
okay.
was my giant book
Yes.
that was like 600 pages, but it was a physical book. So I'm done with that. And I have now moved on to an arc I have that was
Oh,
the
yeah.
everyone in this bank has robbed someone. It's the
That
continuation of
one
the
the murder
everyone
one?
in my family has killed someone or something like that.
Okay.
It's a continuation of that series, and this is the 4th book. It's an arc, so I'm supposed to have that done by March 17th, or at least that's when it comes out, so I was trying to get that
Gotcha.
read. So that's what I'm gonna be
Very
reading
cool.
today, and I'm reading on my Kindle, which is
Woohoo!
my preferred e-reader.
Same. Alright, well, I guess we should jump in. Should we start with, like, the struggles of the different types of books before we're also gonna do some, accessories that we've either purchased or seen that we feel are kind of ridiculous, whether we
Okay.
love them or not.
Let's
So
go
what do
with our struggles.
okay. Alright, so I know there's one that's kind of both e-reader and physical book, like, dropping them on your face.
I haven't dropped my Kindle on my face yet. I know it's probably happening.
It
But I
will.
I hold it at, like, an angle. I don't hold it above my head. I feel like if I held it above my head to
Oh,
read, it
yeah.
would definitely
Now,
fall
d
on my face.
your case, does it have a pop socket on it?
No, it does not.
Okay, so mine does, so that does help, although sometimes, like, I will move my hand, and I have definitely just lost my grip, and, like, I'll be laying like this, but I'll still manage to hit, like, my chin or something with it.
So, do you hold it above your head?
No, I lean back, I hold it like this, but,
Okay.
like, I don't know, maybe it doesn't hit my face, it'll hit me somewhere, I've
In the
dropped it,
chest, yeah.
I've fallen asleep with an iPad, lying down playing, like, a game with a case that would hold it up, and
Mhm.
then woken up, and then, like, it has collapsed on me, and I was asleep on the couch, so but that hasn't
Okay.
happened in years, so but, yeah, I guess that's one, but I've definitely or I would even say with this, dropping your physical book and losing your place. That's the
Ooh, that's
worst.
or messing up the pages. Have you ever
Yeah,
done that where
that
you drop it and then the pages get all
to just get
bent?
all
Yeah,
yes.
that's a
Yeah,
pet peeve of mine.
yeah. Alright, what about you? Pick one for we'll say from any of them, e-reader, physical, audiobooks, if there's
Um,
anything.
Audiobooks, my biggest struggle is falling asleep because
Mm,
I will often set a sleep timer and listen to it before bed.
mhm.
And then I fall asleep. And I'm like, I don't want to fall asleep. I want to keep listening because then I lose my place in the book. And the thing that I hate is Audible, the ARC readers that I have, everything.
Mhm.
It either has a 5, 10, 15-minute timer, and then it jumps to
Oh.
30 minutes. And I'm like,
Oh,
where's my 20-minute timer? I want it 20 minutes because
yeah.
15 is not enough, but 20 is like just right, the sweet spot. But I wish that it did more 5-minute increments
Yeah.
because I feel like that would be better. But I do fall asleep listening to audiobooks quite a bit. And being
Mhm.
sick, I was listening to Kingdom of Ash and
Oh,
I kept
yes.
falling asleep. And I fell asleep at one important part, and I'm like, "I cannot fall asleep." And then I listened to it like 3 times and kept falling asleep. I was like, "Okay, stay awake."
I love that. I love that. So I'll do one for audiobook for me because it's
Okay.
different. I don't fall asleep with audiobooks these days. I could see myself because I do have a lot of audiobooks of books that I've already read or reread or listened to and re-listened to. And so I could definitely see that. I will say the thing that I've noticed that because I like to listen fast and
Yes, you do.
I've noticed that the faster I speed it up, because I can understand it, I have to make it louder. So maybe it's like how loud do I want it to be? And the way I've
Yeah,
discovered this is I will think nothing of it. I get out of the car, I get back in the next day, and it won't be that like it all of a sudden will turn on the radio or something and it's like blasting and I'm
super
like, "Oh
loud.
my
Yeah.
god, like what is happening?" So apparently if I am
So that's like the
trying
opposite of me whenever I'm trying to follow directions and I'm lost, I turn the audio way down.
yeah, that
So
I
you're
would do
saying
the same thing, yeah. No,
for
but
fast
yeah.
reading, you have to listen to it loud. I wonder if it's something to do with, like, processing it.
It must, right? Like, it has to.
Because you listen to it at, like, 2.5 speed, right?
Well, it depends. Usually, it's 1.7 to
Okay.
2.2, I would say, is where I fall. And usually, I would say the spot that tends to be the sweet spot, honestly, for me, is 1.7 or 1.8.
For
So
me, I usually start a book at 1.25 and then I work my way up to 1.5
Mhm.
because whenever I'm starting a book, I wanna listen to it slower to, like, get the characters
Mhm.
and make sure I know who everybody is, but then after the first, like, hour or so, I can usually speed it up. If I'm like, I really wanna know what's gonna happen, I can
Mhm.
go to 1.75. I tried 2.0 one time, and that was rough, but
So, I usually start at 1.5 and then work up from there, and sometimes I'll stay at 1.5 for a lot of it, and then when it gets to the if it's, like, gets to the end and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I just need to know," then I will speed
mhm,
it up. But I
yeah.
don't listen to as much fiction that I haven't already read. It's like once in a blue moon, usually it's like, I remember when The Last Crescent City came out. Remember, I had taken the day off, and then Kaylee ended up getting sick or something and needing a doctor's appointment, and so when driving to the doctor's appointment, I bought the audiobook so I could keep going and listen, and then on the way there and back, and so, yeah, but that's because I was so close to the end at that point, like, I think I had 200 pages left, I'm like, "I have to
Like,
know, I
I
have to
need to
know,
know. That's
I
one
need
of the
to know."
problems with, like, a big book like Crescent City or, like, the one I was just
Yeah.
reading that was 600 pages. The physical copy can be so overwhelming. So seeing 600 pages or I think told you all that I was reading Alchemized, and it was, like, almost 1,000
Mhm.
pages. And just
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I could do that." And having it on audio somehow makes it better, like, knowing that it's still gonna be like a 33-hour book. I'm like, "Okay, I can do that. That's not too bad. If I put it at 1.5 speed, that's really only" like, I do that time, girl
Yeah.
math. It's really not that bad if I listen to it at 1.5 speed, but,
Mhm.
seeing the physical copy can be so overwhelming to me, and it makes me not wanna read it.
No, I get that, and I think I it has the same impact for me with the ebook because then
Mhm.
it doesn't seem so bad because 'cause you're not seeing how thick it is
Yeah,
versus,
it's
like, yeah,
a
looking at
total
a big
visual
book,
thing. Yeah.
and then the big books are heavy, like,
They are, and you
there's
can't carry them with you.
no, that's the thing, that's another one, like, like, physical books these days are just not portable in my opinion,
I mean, if it
especially if
takes up half of your bag, then it's not worth it.
well, and then I'm like, I read so fast, so I'm like, if it doesn't take up that much room, I might as well bring my Kindle, which has like 10,000 books on it, that I could be reading at once, and
That
anyway.
was funny whenever I was packing for my trip. My husband and I went to Spokane, and I was like, "How many books should I bring?" and I was almost done with one, and I had another one. I ended up bringing 3 books, one of which was my Kindle because it would have a
Yeah.
1,000 books basically. And then it was funny because when we were there, I bought 3 books too.
Love it.
I was
Love it
like,
so much.
the Kindle it's so portable and you have everything at your fingertips. So that is really nice versus having a physical book. Same thing with an
Mhm.
audiobook.
Yeah.
You have it right there. My only struggle with audiobook, well, not my only struggle. One of my
Yeah.
big struggles with audiobooks is it drains your battery.
Oh, yeah.
So, like
That's
yesterday,
fair.
I went to work and I was the only one there. So for 4.5 hours, I put in one headphone because my other
Yeah.
headphone's all broken,
Oh.
and I listened to my audiobook. But by the end of the day, by like 6 o'clock, I had 10% battery left. I was like, okay, well, that sucks. Whereas I feel
Mhm.
like an e-reader, it lasts a lot longer.
It does.
And
It
then a physical
does.
book, you, of course, don't need a battery.
Well, so what I don't have never done.
Mhm.
So, I don't know if you've noticed on your Kindle, like, your any, Audible books will show up on there. And apparently you can play them from your e-reader to headphones, but I've never done it. I don't even know how to set it up. But I'm like, I wonder if that has to impact your e-reader battery more than just reading a book on there, don't you think?
I don't know. I know that there's some ebooks that you can get from Kindle Unlimited that also
Mhm.
do audio,
Mhm.
but I always thought that you would have to use your phone for the audio part, no?
No, I guess I should try it out because I have a bunch of Audible books that show up because they'll show up if I buy one, it shows up on my Kindle too, which would
Hmm.
seem redundant. Okay, I'm gonna test it out. Before our next episode, I'm gonna test this out if I remember. We'll see. And if I remember to tell y'all, whatever. I'll save it for literary lately episode
No,
because that
that's
would
a
be
good one.
perfect for that. That'll be good. All right, let me see here. Let me go back up to ebooks. Okay, so what this is such a first world problem. I mean, first of all, having an e-reader struggle is such a first world problem. But when like it used to be that it was kind of tricky to change what it was telling you if it was percent left in the book, pages, and then they added percent left in the chapter, whatever. I like minutes left in the chapter.
Okay.
But sometimes, for no reason, it will change and show me something else, and I'm like, "Why did you change?" Or there'll be nothing there. I'm like, "No, no, no, I need something," because as we know, I'm an Enneagram 3. So if it says that there are 3 minutes left in the chapter, game on. I will finish the chapter in less than 3 minutes, even though this is based on my reading speed that the Kindle has tracked as I read. I'm like, we're going faster. We're going faster. We're speeding up your eyes. So anyway, but that one, and then I'll have to remember it's really not complicated anymore, but because it used to be, I get stressed and I'm like, wait, 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 no, just click on it right here. And then you can choose what you want to see and anyway.
And I really like it whenever it tells me what percentage I am into the book, like that.
Oh, I do
Like,
both.
I reach for, like, 25%, 50%,
Yeah, because 'Cause
and
I'll
that's
but
really
you can
helpful.
put, like, on the left side, I have minutes left in chapter, on the right side, or it might be the center, percent left in the book. I don't like to know the
Mhm.
pages because the pages on an e-reader mean
They're
nothing.
different, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's one of my beefs with Audible, though,
mhm.
is that they don't put what percentage you are in the book, and it drives me
Yes,
crazy.
yes,
Drives
they
me
need to
crazy
fix
because then
that.
I'm trying to do math while I'm reading. I'm like, "Okay, how many hours into it?" Because I wanna record on Storygraph and
Yeah.
Goodreads what percentage I am in the book because some reason that's
No, I
important
get
to
it.
me. So
No,
then I'm doing math to try
get
to figure
it.
out the percentage of where I am, and it is
Yeah.
very
No,
frustrating.
no, it's totally, totally true. And another issue that I have, and you might do you ever do both where you'll do since you mentioned like Kindle Unlimited slash an audiobook, you have both.
Mhm.
And they usually sync up well between, but sometimes they don't. And then
Sometimes they don't.
then I will open one and it will override the other one because it was the most recent one open. I'm like, no, I was so much further in the story. That's another
So,
one that
I've had
drives me
that
crazy.
because I will read on my Kindle, And
Mhm.
then if I don't have my Kindle with me, I'll pick up my phone and read on
Mhm.
the Kindle app on my phone. And sometimes
Mhm.
it syncs and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm like,
Yep.
it is
It's so
so
annoying.
annoying because then you're like, I know I was like 20% more into this book. And I
Oh,
know that
yeah.
because authors get paid, don't they, on Kindle, like how many pages you've read?
Yes.
And if you go
And
too fast, it
they won't
doesn't.
count them. Yeah.
And so then I'm like, I don't wanna go too fast and the author doesn't get paid for this. So
Mhm.
then it ticks
Same.
me off because I'm like, I don't yeah, it's just annoying.
I know.
And I
It's
don't
really
wanna be
annoying.
shorting an author of
No.
I'm sure it's like, a few cents, but I want them to have their few
Yeah.
cents. They worked hard for that.
Yeah. Okay, going back to physical books, I forgot to say this when we were talking earlier when you were talking about traveling. I saw a reel today, and I don't know if this is a true story or not because you just never know. It's the internet. But it was like one of those where it's like, what's the weirdest reason you've been flagged by TSA? And the person said they had so many books in their carry on. And I was like, "Really?" I mean, I guess maybe they're dense and they, like, gotta check that there's nothing hidden in them, but I was like, of
Funny.
all the things to be flagged by TSA, being an avid reader and bringing all your books, like, I thought that was hysterical.
I have never been flagged for having too many books, and there
Me neither.
have been times when I've had a lot of books with me.
I mean, that's what I used to do. I would be so worried about having enough books wherever I go, like, I remember
It's a
going to
problem
it is a problem. We need to do the stuff. It's fine. It's
because what
totally
if I
fine.
suddenly read 5 books in 2 days? You never know what's gonna happen.
You don't. You never know what is going to happen. So, all right, what's another struggle you have?
Okay, so this was an annoying problem I had whenever I read the first Mistborn book because I
Mhm.
got the mass market paperback.
Oh
And it,
gosh.
again, is a long book. So as I'm reading, the front pages start falling out.
Oh
So,
no.
like, I was so annoyed because they had maps and different things in the front pages, and my husband that was the first book that we were reading together, and he would
Yes.
be like, "Oh, reference back at the map that's at the beginning." And I'm like, "I can't because those
It's
pages are
gone.
gone. They're gone
Oh my
forever."
gosh.
And I had tried to stuff them back in there so that I would at least have them, but after, like, 30 pages fell out, I was like, "This is not
Yeah.
going to happen. It's not a thing that I can do." So
No.
that is super annoying. Other things, ooh, when you're talking about a physical book, I mean, just the differences between a hardback and a paperback too.
True.
And there's, like, some good things about hardbacks, some bad
Mhm.
things. I think that
Heavy.
I
They are
like a
too heavy.
hardback I like a hardback more, but they are too heavy, and they have the paper jackets usually.
Mhm.
And if I'm borrowing a book from someone, I always take the paper jacket off and put it up
Same.
somewhere because I'm
Same.
worried about tearing it.
Mm.
And paperbacks tear just as easily. My husband and I were going to start reading Project Hail Mary next, and he brought the physical book, a paperback, with him on our trip to Spokane, and the front cover ripped
Ugh.
because something hit it. So, I mean, either way, you're at risk for ripping that, but
Mhm.
that was that's an annoying problem I have. I mean,
That is.
it's silly, but I was like, I want all my pages in my book. And maybe
Same.
that's just a problem with mass market books. I'm not sure. That's only like the second time I've ever had that happen to me before. It could be the glue binding. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But
Well, and something else with that, I remember when whatever the last Fourth Wing book that came out was,
okay.
that some of the first rounds being sent out had were missing pages near the end or
Mm,
something. I think it was that one. And people were freaking out because like for me, if that were me, I'd be like, well, I guess we're going to the ebook, like,
yeah.
but I
Well, the
get it.
last
Not, I mean,
pages of her books are like where
very
the most
important.
drama happens, in my opinion.
Yeah. And so I remember that happening. So Mistakes in Printing, which I know your favorite book, The Stand by Stephen King, when my mom first read it, she's told me the story so many times that when Claudia first read it, hi Claudia, you're not going to hear this, but whatever. When Claudia first read The Stand, she had gotten like a used copy and it was missing like it was reprinted, like, I think the last 50 pages were just a reprint of the previous 50, and so she's
Funny.
like, "I had to go get another copy because I needed to know," and anyway, and she loves that book, so good for her, but we did
If
not
I got through
love
that
that book.
book, because it is a big book, and the
Mhm.
last 50 pages were a reprint, I would just be like, "I'm done.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
done."
I know, and yeah, and that book for sure, too long, and one of the very obvious examples of how Stephen King does not always land the plane at the end of his books, even though I love his books. Anyway,
Yeah.
but also with physical books, like, I never wanna give them away. I, like, wanna
Oh,
keep
I
them
was just gonna say
forever.
that was one that I gave away like that.
Well, yeah, yeah, but, like, I for the yeah, and well, and then sometimes remember there's that Christmas book that I read that I hated because in the
Mhm.
last 10 pages, they killed off, like, one half of the
Yes.
romance, and I'm like, "What are you doing? This is supposed to be a Christmas novel." And I was gonna put it in our little free library and one of them in my neighborhood, and then I was like, "I don't want to do that to anyone else." So I didn't. I think I ended up throwing it away because I don't know where it is now, and that
See,
was,
you could take
like,
that
4
and,
years
like,
ago,
repurpose it and make
I
it into,
guess.
like, a flower or something. Make it
Yeah, that would be a good
even though
one.
it was an ugly ending, you can make something beautiful out of it.
Still pissed at that book.
I
Anyway,
don't blame
alright,
you.
your turn.
On that same note, I like to give my books away,
Oh, see,
and
that's good.
I like to take them to used bookstores and try to get money out of them. And our local bookstore has, like, a used book fair, and they even started doing a used book section now.
Oh,
So
cool,
they're
so
just
they did
always
get that
gonna
up
have
and
it.
running.
So you can just take your books down there and trade them in for basically, it's money. You trade them in for money that you can use for new books.
Yay,
So I'm all
that is
about that.
cool.
Because for
Yeah,
me, I say I'm not a rereader, but the more I think about it, I might be becoming a rereader. And part of that was my listening at night audiobooks because I started re-listening to Just for the Summer, and then I was re-listening to Crescent City.
mhm.
And I was like, those are really good comfort reads for me.
Yep,
And I was like, oh, I am a rereader. It was like this sudden realization. So
mhm.
who knows?
I
But
fully
again,
approve.
I could fall asleep to that. One of the biggest problems I have with audiobooks though is keeping track of all the characters.
Yep,
I almost need like a physical guide in front of me of who the people are, especially if it's for whatever reason, a British accent totally throws off my groove. So reading anything like we read all the Jane Austen books and reading
mhm,
those as I was listening to them, it was so difficult to keep track of the characters, who was related
mhm.
to who. I mean, that can be just difficult in anything, but especially if it has a British accent, for some reason that just totally throws off my groove. Also for like romantasy, because there's so many characters. Or like
There are.
sci-fi, and they'll all have weird names. So
Mhm.
that is one of the things I like about audiobooks though, is that I can
'Cause you know how
pronounce
to
the
say
names.
them? Okay, well, so
I
this
can't spell them.
and see, this is the thing, so it's so interesting to me because, you know, language is so crazy, and I teach Spanish, so I'm in, a language acquisition field, a second language or third, fourth language, however many languages someone knows, acquisition, and for some of us, like me, I picture words. I didn't even realize how much I picture words, except that I do, like, I'll even be like, if I'm listening to anything, like, it could be a podcast, there are times where for me to understand what they're saying, I have to picture the word, and I don't know why that is. And so when I don't know how to spell the names, it's almost like I'm not gonna retain the name
Yeah.
because it's just a bunch of sounds and I need to know the spelling for the language to make sense. So it is funny though, because I'll read a book, Lena will listen to it, and then it's like we're talking and we're like, "Wait," she'll say like, "This is how you say it." And I'm
In
like,
our
"I've been
group
saying it
chat,
wrong."
it always cracks me up because I'll be like, "So and so," and y'all are like, "Who?" And I'm like, the main character."
We're like, "Who?"
But I spell it phonetically. And
Yeah.
then
Well, so
whenever we have a
yeah.
conversation, the
Mhm.
same is true, but
Well,
opposite.
it was funny because we finally got Lena to read Throne of Glass, and Emily and I had both read it multiple times. I had already listened to it, so I knew the characters that were pronounced differently than how Emily and I were pronouncing them, and so we warned Leyna that Manon is not Manon, she is Manon forever. We don't care that SJM has them say Manon. No, we refuse. It's
Manon.
Manon. And so we don't know if we got Leyna on our side, but we refuse to say Manon.
I
But
think
anyway,
the
that
other
was
one
one.
was the Vogue.
Oh, yeah, the Vogue. We say Vogue, and you say however the
Vogue
right way to say.
because they
Yeah, yeah,
like fog, but
yeah, but I say
I
Vogue.
find that amusing more than anything else. But
It is
sometimes
fun,
it can be annoying. It's like, "Okay, well, I'm trying to explain who this character is, but I don't know how to
and
spell
we're
their
like,
name."
"What?"
And
Yeah, it's
also doing
fine.
our reading guides and things like that. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Ooh, I gotta Google that because how do you spell their
right,
name?" So that
right.
makes me
Alright, well,
makes me
should we go on to, like, weird accessories that
Yes.
either we have or we've wanted? Okay, you have one that I want, even
I
though
have a Kindle, it's like a little attachment, it goes on the side of your Kindle, and then you can just set it down, and you have a clicker that you can turn the pages with.
Mhm,
Love it. The only thing I didn't know whenever I got it was that there are 2 different versions, one that is thicker and one that's, like, slimmer, and I got the slimmer one. The slimmer
mhm.
one does not fit over your Kindle cover. So you have to get the one that fits on your Kindle cover because I have to
Yeah,
take my
annoying.
Kindle out of the cover
Wow,
and attach
yeah.
it. So it's not like a huge thing, but it's a small impediment.
Right, right. Okay,
Impairment, I'm not sure
so
what the right word is, but I
this
do
is
I do use it and love it, so
yeah. I, there's one on here that I'm not gonna say that I know you will say because we talked about it the other day, but it's a similar one. I have considered getting the motion sickness glasses for reading so many times because I wanna try them out. So I can read in the car at night without getting car sick, like on my phone or on my Kindle, but if it's during the day, I cannot, I will get so car sick. And I've tried there is a setting on your phone, if you don't know, on iPhones now where you can set up and it's like a thing that looks like this. You might have to add the the dots. It's like a dots thing, and it will come up. Hang on, let me do it. Okay, on. It can automatically initiate, and it puts these dots on your screen, like, if you start moving it's not showing them, I don't think. There, like, you see that
I
white dot
yeah,
by the book, and so it does that to help, like, as you're moving and bouncing around, it's supposed to help. I've tried it, and I could still feel a little bit of, like, a nausea headache trying to go, but I didn't feel nauseous, and I don't know if it's a placebo effect or what, but feeling
yeah.
my body at war with itself, I feel like it wasn't, but I really want those motion sickness glasses
They do look
because
really cool.
they do. They're very funny looking, but I would if it works, hey, I want them. But yeah.
I've been joking with Derek, and I think this is what I was talking with you about. I want the ones that have, like, the little mirrors on them so that you can lay down and still read your book. I thought they
Mhm.
looked so goofy, but would be very beneficial
I mean,
when you don't
right?
wanna sit up and read.
Yeah. Um, so kind of similar to that, I have seen, have you seen that thing? It's reminds me of like a bendy lamp, but it's like a floor thing and you put it
Yes,
and like you can kind of bend it. And I was like, that's kind of cool. They're not
because you can
cheap
put your
though.
e-reader in it.
Yeah, and then you can use your clicker, and it's like right
I've seen
there.
people use those. I think this is talking about scrolling someone's Instagram pages. Claire Sanamaw, when I was going through her Instagram, and apparently
Uh-huh.
she had some sort of surgery a while ago, but she couldn't move her neck, so she had the stand, she had her
Okay.
e-reader, and she had the
See, it's
clippy
good.
thing, and so then she could just sit there and read, and I was like, "That is genius."
That is. I
And it
mean, even
it's
if
helped so many people who have adaptability issues, like, if you have limitations, that would be a great way to still keep reading.
and now I feel bad for making fun of it. But, no, I think it is good for that purpose, but I'm like, I'm afraid I'm the idiot that would manage to do it in such a way that I bent it too
The
far and
whole
the thing, like,
thing would
falls
drop on my
yeah,
face, that's what I worried
yeah,
about.
that's what
But
I
I
would do.
told Derek, I was like, "I want that whole setup. That's what I want
Right?
on my side of my bed." I was like, "That would be amazing." He was like, "No."
Yeah.
He's like, "That's too far."
Alright, what else?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if there are any other gadgets or
Okay.
gizmos that
Okay, because
I'm
I got a bunch.
okay.
So get ready.
Go for them.
Okay.
Let's go.
First of all, ones that I have, the thumb holder to keep the pages open, the thing we've talked about, like, with
Yes.
it's a
I
great
have one
idea
of
in
those.
theory, but
It does
I'm
not work.
not very it does not work. Like, I will, like, mess up, lose it, the book closes, or I'm reading too fast to make it worth my time. Like, you have to remove it. So that's one.
Derek 3D
Um
printed us some
Uh-huh.
whenever we started reading Mistborn
Yeah.
because he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a big book. You can use it." We use
No.
them as, like, fidget toys now.
Yeah, because
Like,
you can
it has,
spin
like,
them
a little
around. Yes. Alright, so on kind of that vein, I have other things that I've found to keep books open. There are weighty book bean bags, and some of them are actually cute. There's also a weighty page anchor that you can spread across that kinda holds the pages flat. I mean,
I don't know how
it's
I feel
fine.
about that.
I don't know. Again, it would be like if I'm gonna take a long time to read the pages, but if not, then it's like lift up, lift down, lift up, lift down.
Yeah.
Let's see what else like that. That might be everything with that. I will tell you, this is funny. I saw there are silicone finger cots so that you can eat and not get grease on your e-reader. So you can like be eating and then like have a clean finger with the
That's pretty
I was like,
funny.
actually this is not bad because I hate when I get grease or like something on more on like my iPad, I feel like.
So,
But
my son
it's fine.
has it's almost like they're little chopsticks, but they're
Okay.
snack sticks, and they fit on your fingers like rings, but they're
Uh-huh.
connected, and then you just use them like little chopsticks, and you can get snacks and do that so that your other hands can
Hey,
for him, it's free for gaming, and then he
yeah.
can
No, but I think
the
I
same
think that's
concept.
fair. It's the same concept. It's the same idea. So, then there's that option. Cases. I have many cases. That should come to no shock to anyone who knows me. By the way, I've had this phone since October, and this is the only case I have for it.
Oh my gosh.
But it also helps that it is a purple phone and I have a sparkly case, so I mean, how can you not want that? Anyway, but along those lines, so I have one that, like, folds and covers, but you can open it up and it has, like, a stand like, will stand upright. It also has a little elastic thing so you can hold it. It's very bulky, though. It's cute.
Mhm.
Then I have one that looks like just one of those, like, you have it in and then it has the whatever it's called, the, magnetic cover, so, like, it opens and awakes and closes it, but it's
Mhm.
really heavy. I have a couple like that. I have 2 that I decoupaged. I should have brought my Kindle in here because I have one of the decoupaged one on there with a pop socket because since it's, water resistant to take to the pool, I didn't wanna drop it,
Mm.
and so I have 2 of those. And now I don't know if you've seen ads for these. They have some really pretty ones made by pop sockets so that it's a case with a MagSafe pop socket. So they're
Mm.
very expensive, but they are very pretty and cute. So,
I've had my
yeah.
Kindle for a year, 2 years, and I have
Mhm.
1 case for it.
That's good. That's good. Don't buy any more. You don't need it. But it's interesting like Instagram knows this is what I want to see that I should not, spend my money on and I'm not. But anyway, so then there's also one there's an e-reader strapsicle, and it's where you can put like the crisscross
Okay,
elastic bands
so
to hold it.
mine has an elastic band on the back so you can stick your
Okay.
hand in there. I never use
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
it's there.
It's an option. So there's that. Let's see what else I have on here. There are a lot of dust plugs. There are aesthetic ones. There are spicy Kindle charms that you can plug up in there.
What is a dust plug? I'm sorry.
So it's like how on our phone, like the thing to put in the charging port.
Okay.
Never would have occurred to me. I'm sorry, we're Nintendo people. We just blow in there to get whatever's in there. But apparently it's a thing, and they are some
You
spicy
can get
charms you
dust
can
in
get.
there? I had no idea.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but, like, it hasn't been an issue for me. The only time I ever had an issue with anything on a phone is when I spilt icing
Mm.
right here, and then it was in an old phone. The speaker phone stopped working. Or no, you had to use speakerphone, sorry, I got confused there.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think the last one okay, there's a couple. The transparent no touch annotation sheet, that's kinda cool. I have somewhere some sheer Post-it notes that you can put in like they're meant for like a textbook, so you can take notes and then not harm the pages. So it's not bad, but
Oh, okay.
I don't really
I was like,
annotate my
whenever
books.
I saw that on your notes, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know where they are. They are somewhere because I have a lot of stuff from my old school still in here that I did
Uh-huh.
not take to my new school because I don't have the amount of storage that I had at my old school. So they're probably in here somewhere, but they are kind of cool. I will say you have to use almost like a Sharpie-like material on it because it will like smear. But anyway, and then the last one, and this is one that people are probably going to get mad at me about because they sell a bunch of these on Etsy, book sleeves.
So my mom makes Kindle sleeves
See, that's different. That is worth it. But a book
because
sleeve to put a book in?
I'm with you because a Kindle sleeve, they're all pretty much the same
Size?
shape and size. But a book, you could have like a 600-page book or a
Yeah.
200-page book. Those are going to be different.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have different sleeves for everything? Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. I guess if it's your thing. But that for me, I was like, no. And I agree. I
But maybe
love.
that's how they keep their pages from getting all bent up.
Hmm.
I mean,
I mean, I guess. I
if
don't
you
know. I
read a
still
lot of paperbacks and shove it in your purse or something, then I guess I can see a purpose.
I mean, I
Would I use
guess.
it?
No.
Probably not.
No, but so does your mom sell Kindle sleeves?
She does.
Okay, I'm gonna need
She
to see
makes
some
yeah,
because I would put my Kindle inside of a sleeve with its case on.
she makes them. She has a whole bunch of them. She has a little Etsy shop.
Okay,
I'll put
yes,
it in the notes.
we're gonna put it in the notes. How have we not shared your mom's Etsy store before when it has book products? Lena,
I know, I'm a bad daughter,
she's
but it
no, no,
does have
she's okay. She's not self-promoting. That's why I will promote for her.
she makes little bags too that are
Oh,
really
that's
cute.
so cute. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, we show notes because I'm gonna need that too. So
Okay.
yeah. All right, I think that's all I have for those that I can think of. I'm sure sure someone who doesn't read that are friends with us would be like, "Don't you remember when you got XYZ?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, but right now I can't think of anything else."
I think that's it. We've exhausted our weird book struggles and accessories,
Yep,
but
for real.
I'm sure we'll find other things.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I guess till next time. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Thank you for listening to More Than a Book Club podcast. We are recorded and produced in McKinney, Texas.
Don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast and follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.